found the right game.
Okay, we should be live.
The complete opposite of Warhammer Fantasy would be Surviving Mars, so I'll be playing that.
Very nice. We should be live. Hopefully someone in the chat can give me some feedback that we are live. Perhaps even some feedback on the sound. I'm going to put the sound on in the background for those in case I'm swapping around. There we are, Connor Parrott said. Hello everyone, hello. This is an unofficial Longhouse stream, so to speak. I won't be able to make it for Longhouse tomorrow, and I figured we'd give you something considering how crazy the week has been. And in regards to that, we'll be playing Total War Warhammer as the Empire, and we'll be playing with the Vermin Tide. It's not a mod, it's like one of these things you can set on like the campaign settings, which makes it so that within the next 10 turns, a swarm of ratmen will emerge from subterranean tunnels all underneath the Empire and attempt to, I don't know, something with the warp stone. I'm not quite sure what their goal is, and so I guess that matches reality. With me, I have Birkarl in the chat. I'm trying to show... Maybe it's not showing on OBS. Hang on a moment. Is it showing now? Maybe I removed him. Let me know if you guys can see Birkarl in the top left. I know Leo Borealis wanted to join as well. He might be joining us at some point. Luddic Path might be joining us at some point. So we're just going to have a bit of a hangout. I'm going to try to survive the Skaven plague. And we'll talk a bit about what has been happening. Now, the illusion, of course, in Warhammer is the idea that in Warhammer Fantasy, the Empire, on an official basis, does not recognize the Skaven, who are, of course, living in large tunnel systems, living all throughout their the Empire and large parts of the world. And, of course, anyone who happens to spot a rat man crawling out of a hole is very often silenced and or called a lunatic or a schizo. Until, of course, one day when the Vermin Tide arrives and all my schizo friends are proven right. They were hiding in tunnels underneath us all along. So that's been fun on Twitter for the last couple of days because there was an incident in New York City. I'm sure everyone watching this have seen the clips going around of... Do you remember the name of the synagogue, Birkarl?
I'm not complete. I don't remember exactly what the name of the synagogue. I think it was something like this wasn't the name of the synagogue itself, but that synagogue was the world headquarters of a sect of Orthodox Judaism called Shabbat or something like that.
Something like that, yes. And there was I think it was just that the structure around the area was sort of like getting the infrastructure, the pavement was rotting away, and people were spotting these characters making their way out of tunnels, crawling out, and quite literally scurrying away. That's the funniest part, the sort of scurrying behavior that these people exhibited as they were leaving the tunnel systems. And
the grates and the floorboards.
Yes, and so it turns out that this is this quite large tunnel system, or probably single tunnel leading from one side of the block to the next, that's been sort of uncovered by NYPD. And as far as I understand, that's the extent of the information. I mean, they're pulling all sorts of weird stuff out of it. but people are being... This is sort of being... there's a lot of hysteria around this, a lot of information floating around, but not a lot is being actually sort of said here. I think that noise signals that Leo Borealis has joined our chat. Imagine being the guy that kept tweeting about yiddling under the floorboards. Well, I think that's what ultimately led to the discovery of this, was someone was hearing voices in the walls, literally. Like they're in the walls meme.
Sorry, the wall.
Yes, they're in the walls.
Hello.
And that led to the discovery of this tunnel system. All right, let me. How about you, Leo? Do you have any more info on this? I need to actually play the game for a bit here.
What? To my men.
On the rats. Well,
You're a bit quiet. Is that on my side?
is it? No, I think it might be my. Let's see here.
Well,
I'm gonna see.
if the doom that beset Kevzar starts manifesting on New York, I wouldn't shed a tear for it.
Charlemagne asks if this is a new stream format. No, there won't be a longhouse this week, so this is an informal longhouse in which we are totally unrelated to any other events, playing as the Empire, trying to protect from the Skaven burrowing underground, and surviving the Vermin tide, as it were. Let's see. The man will never question himself on anything. Good evening, North Sea. Yiddling in the walls and all that. Leo Borealis, are you back? Should I get more? I want to get handguns, but I think I'm a bit off. Yeah, I need to upgrade some stuff first. Oh, you know what I'll get maybe is Outriders with grenade launchers. I like that. So I think at some point, so the setting I have right now is that between turn 10 and 20, the Vermin tide will kick off and the rats will emerge from underground. So I'm on a timer here. I don't know how difficult this will be. And there are some beastmen over here who are sort of just hanging out. They have a garrison. I'm not sure if I can take them out when they're garrisoned like this. So we're at a bit of a standoff. I'm gonna get this, and I'm gonna get the burning head because that is insane in campaign mode. Do I want to upgrade Helm Guard? Yes, I do, because that's can act like a fortification on my back. And I think I'll just stay put for now. Alright. Trying to hurry this along, get to the main event, which is the Vermin tide. We can fight some Skaven.
Yeah.
Now, of course, it was a lot of things around this was very strange. I was talking before we went live. There was this incredibly funny scene when they were sort of pulling down inside the synagogue or whatever. They were pulling down the floorboards, and you could just see, like, behind the concrete were just, you know, these guys just standing and sitting and drinking. I don't think they were drinking beer, because I don't know if they're allowed to drink alcohol, but they were just standing there drinking like a soda pop, looking at the NYPD officers.
Yeah, and then the first guy that they pulled out, the guy with the hat.
Yeah.
And they cuffed him, and then he started dancing.
Yeah, and everyone else started sort of like, well, chimping out, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, more or less. But I think the real thing was that they had kind of, you know, discovered this like weeks before, or in like before Christmas. But why there was a riot now was because the city was gonna go in, take a closer look at it, and just fill it up with concrete.
Ah.
So that was the source of the riot, so to speak.
And that's why they're now acting up to basically try to protect their tunnel. What's weird about it is that, you know, you see you saw some footage of it, and first of all, I mean, it's quite dirty down there, but it seems like people have been sort of like living there. I mean, the guys that were pulling out were you know, dirty from like having been there a while, and sort of there were people like drying clothes down there. Like what is going on? I guess that's the question.
It was you know, they once they have been discovered by the city, they kind of just hold up there. Perhaps, you know, they gotta protect the Warren.
Now, what I heard someone in a DM. Let me pull this up here on the side so I don't say anything. Like this is I mean, because the year is crazy already. It's time to entertain, you know, crazy ideas. And this is a bit controversial. And the controversial take is, well, you know, what if people who question certain events are actually right? And part of keeping that image is basically hiding away parts of your population for larger amounts of times. Do you see where I'm going with this, Leo? To preserve a certain narrative, some of us have to go underground for extended periods of time so that people don't get suspicious about the amount of people that we represent.
I mean, you could go there, or, you know, you could just think, if I have something, if I'm doing anything that wider society would not approve of, would I do it in the main building itself?
Prince and Emperor.
Or if there is a possibility to dig some hidey hole, would I instead try to do it in such a
If I
crevice?
wanted to store my bloodstained mattresses, I wouldn't store them in my house. I would dig a basement
you
and store
you
it
wouldn't
there.
store them right
yeah.
next to the.
I mean, wasn't this a couple of years ago? I mean, this was a thing in both Holland and in Austria, with, you know, people with very large extended basements.
Uh-huh. There's I saw someone post about how the gypsies have always been on this. about these people always digging holes. And apparently they've been proven. Oh, here we go. So the end is nigh. So the Skaven stuff is starting in 10 turns. I'm going to try to speed this up. Sorry, Leo. You were saying something?
I just said that I shouldn't be saying too much about people digging holes and stuff like that. You know, let's not get the channel nuked.
Well,
by the
you know,
powers that be.
I mean, in Warhammer, a lot of, you know, different types of people dig holes. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously the Skaven, but there are dwarves as well who dig holes, in a sense.
And there's siege warfare and stuff like that. You have to, you know, holes can be useful.
Exactly.
Summon the electric
Ground
counts.
cellars, very based.
If you need to transport, you know, large quantities of warpstone, that's true. I mean, the Skaven don't
Or
do.
keep your potatoes fresh and not starting to sprout.
Yeah, but we should also remember that most of the tunnels aren't, you know, built by the Skavens. They just, you know, took them over by the dwarves.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Grantedly,
Yeah.
the dwarves didn't kind of use them to transport warpstone. They were more into the ale and beverage and weapons kind
Alright.
of.
There's always the
Kind
meme of people discovering. We've talked about this before. People discovering these like military sort of transport, subterranean transport highways, right? And there's big conspiracies around that. When, to be fair, I think the answer is quite simple. It's just, you know, we want to transport stuff securely.
I see no other
But this isn't quite the same thing, is it? I'm trying to dance around the topic here in order to not get us deplatformed.
The Orthodox Skaven, you know, the Skavens with hats, they were somehow into some kind of gang warfare as well. You know, it's kind of like a turf war up in there where they have their tunnels.
Really?
And,
With whom? The Beastmen?
With the people of Southland's disposition.
Ah, okay, I see.
So
that's a major. I mean, isn't that a large contingent of the NYPD? Could there be some
Yeah,
sort of
well,
power play
you
going on
just
here?
have to guess that the NYPD is probably in on, have a
Yeah,
finger
they-
in every plot somehow. I mean,
Yeah,
they
the
are. You have to realize that they are the most visible gang.
fair enough.
Oh shit!
So-
I gotta
so have
go
we-
and do a thing. I'll be back in like 5.
Yeah, no worries.
While Leo is gone, we can start thinking about, is this, are these Shabbat people? What clan would they be? Would they be Pestilence or?
If
Or,
they were
maybe,
in Warhammer, is what you're
maybe
saying.
maybe the Ashkenazis could be Moors.
Oh God.
Clan Moors.
So let me think. What Skaven clans are there in Warhammer Fantasy? There are the Pestilence, which is the plague guys. There's the weird sort of like. It's the tech rats.
Yeah, I don't remember what the tech name was. But then
Someone
there
in
was
chat
the,
might help us.
Then there was the ones who don't backstab at every opportunity and form somewhat coherent fighting forces as
Right.
Moors. And the assassin ones that went on the Great Migration East was Eshin. But I don't
Right.
remember what the tech one was.
Scryer, he's saying. Let me check.
Scryer,
Clan
okay.
Scryer. That's the coherent one, apparently. Yes, that's the. But they rely on, I think, sorcery the most. So
Yeah, they're
I
the
guess
tech and sorcery.
In the name
I mean,
of
they're kind of the
Magnus.
same thing.
Yeah. I guess that would fit then.
I command here.
So, do I want to attack a fort? I hate this. The AI sometimes in this game just sort of like randomly declares war on you. They don't actually want to fight. They just kind of want to harass you. And then someone else joins in. So now I'm technically at war with the vampires over here and the vampires over here, but the vampires over here aren't really an issue because there's two provinces between us. God. And the rats are on their way, of course.
The nation calls.
I'm sure the rats had their hand in making them.
They will obey.
Maybe if I just attack them, they will sally out, and I'll get a field battle, which could be advantageous for me. Let's try that. It's giving me a decisive victory because they have a lot of. I'll give it a turn. I think I'm gonna encircle them and see if they attack me. Because attacking those forts are a pain in the ass. I'm gonna need to do some recruitment here. Because I'm probably gonna need a second army to keep up the beastmen or something. Do I want to wait one turn? I do want to wait one turn actually, so let's get this for the I want to keep the money for the recruitment. Let's get him this. Let's get him recruitment cost reductions because he's going to be recruiting. Japan declared war on Germany in World War One. In regards to? I'm not sure. Okay, let's building up again. Yeah, I don't care. And turn. Eshin, the dwarves use golems. They're scryer. Games are well known for infighting. Yeah. Unpopular opinion, I like Warhammer more than 40k. I mean, so the reason why we're playing Warhammer kind of right now, I mean, it all sort of came together. Because we've been talking for a while. Here it is, I got my Sally. The reason why we're playing Warhammer is because we're talking about doing a Warhammer 40k episode, which Leo Borealis and Birkarl would probably just nerd out, as we have done on other stuff. But I'm not big into Warhammer 40k. I did some reading on the lore like 10 years ago, but that's about it. I was always more of a Warhammer fantasy guy in terms of like reading the books and stuff. So I actually enjoy Warhammer Fantasy a bit more as well. Now, the Warhammer Fantasy, I know, as far as I understand, it doesn't exist anymore because now it's just... They made like a weird Space Marine thing out of it. So I guess it's the quote-unquote old Warhammer fantasy that I enjoy. I had a lot of books that were older. Alright, let's...
So would that be pre-Age of Sigmar? Or what,
Age of
whatever
Sigmar, yeah,
that
that's
was?
the thing that made, like, that introduced... They called it something, and it's basically, you know, Space Marines, but in Warhammer Fantasy. How do I want to do this? I have a siege. I can do a strategic deployment, quote unquote, here on this hill, maybe. He's got reinforcements, so I want to stick this out here to be able to pull him in, maybe. Okay, good. We'll. It's a spearman right here, just to be sure. Play some more spearmen.
What was the problems again with that? That they found with bringing Skaven into 40k. I mean, there has to have been some sort of problem.
Is there a problem?
To my mind, they would fit. You know, they would have some sort of tech thing going on.
Yeah, I can see why there would be any issue bringing Skaven into 40k, but there might be something.
Yeah.
Place these guys here. This is
I mean,
the best formation ever.
They even tried to bring the dwarves to 40k, even though that's sort of semi-retired, I think. But the squats in 40k were just, you know, part of the human imperium. They're just abhumans.
Yeah, they're just sort of like mutated humans, right?
Yeah.
3. Actually, he's going to be 3 as well. We're going to hide Franz and the boys in the trees. We're going to have the wizard here to incinerate some stuff. I think I need to do this to make sure no one gets past. Alright, then we can... It's a bit of a tight formation, but it should be okay. Oh, really? He did that? Ah, god damn it. Okay, well, he's attacking me, so I'm just gonna speed it up and use my boys to scout. He's just gonna wait for his reinforcements. I'm not... I mean, if I moved now, would I have time to take this position? Probably not. And he's attacking me, so I'm just gonna let him approach me. Hey, buddy. Oh, he's using magic on me. Just trying to scout. They brought the dwarfs back recently. The League of Wotan. Sigmarines. Oops.
Yeah, I think they did try to bring the squats back into 40k, yeah. Although they're still just, you know, very minor.
Right.
Because they're just, you know, a handful of worlds as a part of the Imperium, you know, somewhere in the corner.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose in that sense, Warhammer 40k has room for everything. If you just...
Yeah, you can just decide on, you know, there's basically half the galaxy is the huge, what was the name of the segmentum? That was basically half the galaxy on the other side from where Terra is, so...
Oh yeah, I don't remember what that is, but I know what you're
Obscurus
talking
or
about.
something.
Yeah.
Anyway, basically you can just decide, you know, here's a badly charted area of the galaxy, and you can just put your own new alien race there.
Yeah. So where are they? Oh, they're coming around this way.
Formation march! To battle!
What are these guys doing?
But I've always liked the way in which Warhammer Fantasy handles the whole undead, the Tomb Kings.
Yeah, both the Tomb Kings and the vampires. I think it's very cool, both of those. Because it's like two ways of doing the undead thing, I think.
Yeah, and I think the pirate zombies thing.
I love the pirate zombies.
That's pretty overdone, but the Egyptian thing going on with the Tomb Kings is a pretty cool way to do it.
I guess we're just gonna destroy these guys. I'm gonna move my artillery back here so it'll have a better angle.
Yes, General. Yes, General.
Yeah, these knights are gonna get wrecked. I don't know what the AI is doing. But I'll take the free black knights.
Sir.
Oh, there they go.
By Ulrich's wrath.
Let's
Taking
redeploy.
position. Crossbowmen. Taking position.
I might have to double up. This might be a bit too tight.
Take the ground.
Right? Okay, so they're coming around. We'll just speed up. They're just moving incredibly slow because they're the vampires. Yeah, I don't know. Look, I'm not playing on like super hard mode on the AI, so it might be doing stupid stuff. Just cause.
Formation
No,
march.
no, no, don't do that. Go here.
Protects us. Moving
Go here, like this. Yeah, it gets shot by my...
Yeah, it's always weird with these kinds of games where there's the purists that say you can't press the pause button ever.
I should say Warhammer like Morgoth. Morgoth says it like Warhammer. He has like a Warhammer. I can't do his accent, but he has like a strange way of saying it.
We serve France.
Warhammer.
Warhammer.
Can't do it.
These guys are gonna stand here. We're gonna just create a little box. They're not gonna be able to get to my artillery or my wizard or anything like that. We're gonna go... Should I go wide with... Don't want to get bogged down. That's the thing with the vampires. They're really good at just... I'm gonna send these guys out and see if I can just pull them away to not get bogged down with skeleton warriors, zombies. Carl and the boys can just get wrecked, or not wrecked, just bogged down by these guys. But I think we'll be fine. Oh, crypt ghouls, we'll take those. Yeah, destroy them.
Moving faster.
Just buff, then they'll be gone. And
Sails at the ready. Taking aim. Look out. Ulrich's fire.
shoot the bats. Actually, you know what? Probably shoot the crypt ghouls. Oh, stupid of me. Okay. I should have this as well. What's the range on this? Okay, I have to wait. Maybe I'll just let them crash into me before doing it. But I can shoot off a fireball into here. Hopefully not hit anyone. Oops, I hit a spearman. Well, Warpath says book like a Dane who has just learned English. Book.
Book.
Book. So we'll
That's
send
just
the great swords into
that's
reinforce.
what you say, book. Book.
Yeah. Alright, these guys go here. Actually, okay, kill those. Yes.
Yeah, I think that there was Connor Parrott says the golden one used to stream Warhammer. I don't think he used to stream. I think he used to do a good old Let's Play series.
A let's play.
Yeah, he used to do Let's Plays of Skyrim.
Let's crisp
and,
some undeads.
Warhammer.
Here we go. This is why bright wizards are the best in this game. Yeah, I missed a bit. Shoot. Is it? Can we do another one? Maybe if I shoot at this guy. This. Yeah, it worked. We're shooting. We're shooting. Why aren't they shooting with this guy? Come on, guys. Actually, I can do this.
Strike that machine.
Carl is cleaning up with his boys. This guy has like a thing. Killing blow. These guys are having a bit of a rough time, so I'm going to pull the great swords back and help them. And then we'll send these guys in to reinforce just to hold the line. Then we'll use the guns to shoot the corpse cart because the corpse cart is a piece of shit. We'll see if we can just get rid of the wizard here because that gets rid of a lot of pain. We'll shoot another one of these burning heads. Whoops. Yep, okay, worked out. It's gonna hit Carl. Can I get out? Can I get out? Oh, we got most of us out. Let's send Carl specifically after one of the necromancers trying to get him down. Great swords, come on. Shoot here.
Nah, Morgoth's accent is a very typical North accent.
Yeah. It's
There's-
a very... Was someone saying something else?
Yeah, somebody asked in the chat, is Morgoth's accent a typical North accent? I mean, he's the quintessential North
Right.
accent.
I mean, yeah, that's... Charlemagne says the game runs too fast and you want to pause if you want cool set pieces. I agree. I mean, I don't... It's too slow if you run it at, like, slow motion to actually play it. And if you want to, like, look at... You know, your guys beating up the undead.
Yeah, there's the whole purists who say never pause and always at this, a constant speed.
Well, look,
Speeding up.
the way I play these games, like, this is literally me, 5 years old
Well, yeah.
on the floor with my action figures crashing them into each other, right? That's literally what this game is. Going like, and then the undeads die, yeah.
Yeah.
It's called Geordie accent, yes. Is that it? Yorkshire accent. Newcastle. I'm seeing a lot of names.
Oh no. Yeah, I guess there are several accents. Calling it the quintessential one may have just started a Northern Civil War.
Charlemagne says pausing isn't even realistic, implying that pausing is a thing in real life. No, I'm joking. He's saying, sorry, not pausing, I mean... No, but he's saying that the battles are way too short. So I agree, they are. I think there's mods you can download that sort of prolongs, makes the game overall slower, so you have more time to make tactical moves. Total undead death. Yes, and soon total Skaven death. Come on now. Do the loading. Of course, we're playing Karl Franz. Maybe I should have played as Gelt and had more sort of rockets and stuff, but we'll get there eventually. Actually, we can take that fort. They don't need it anymore. Yeah, I'd assume they end quite a bit faster. I do remember from playing like Rome 2 back in the day that battles could take quite a bit of time. Sorry, not Rome 2, just Rome. Total War. So I assume it's, it's something more modern, I guess, that it's a bit faster.
Yeah, I think I was mainly talking about the people who are game purists, for example, like with the Total War Warhammer here.
Ah, yeah.
The,
Oh, you mean like the tabletop game?
people who play the game competitively.
Ah, okay, yeah. I see.
So they just have it on the standard speed and never pause.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense for people who like play this competitively. But it's a weird thing to get all... Oh, sorry. This one. Here we go. Give him a thing. We need a hunter. Can I get it? No, I have to give it to this guy. So ambush, success, defense. Okay.
What?
Garrison Lord not moved. All right, because he attacked me on his turn, which is even better. So let's just keep going, I guess.
Attack!
We'll auto-resolve this. No need. And we will just... Do I want to occupy this? I should probably just gift this to Bretonia. Like, I don't want this settlement, I think. I'll occupy it for now, for the
Bring me to my men.
replenishment.
The nation calls.
Castle Artois. Oh, actually, he has that one, so I can get the full province. Okay, never mind then. So we'll get furs. We can trade with Marienburg. And do I need a second army yet? Not necessarily, but I do want some of those specialized troops. So I'm gonna get some siege equipment, some grenadiers, and that's it. Then I'm going to upgrade this to get some more income. Soon we'll have the rockets. Then every rat will die.
It's good that you spread your realms over the vampires, because the Skaven will enjoy gnawing on living flesh more.
It's a distraction, yeah.
Yeah,
see here.
but rockets are also very useful against rats.
Exactly, yeah. Which is where we're headed. Let me see here. I'm gonna get more... The thing is with the... Like, I got the thing to give more defense and stuff for my melee units, but generally, of course, the Empire doesn't really have very good melee units. It's just barely enough to hold the line, right? They're just there to hold the line until whatever else you have in your sort of toolbox of tactical choices can clean it up. So I'm trying to use Karl Franz here to basically just buff my units as much as possible to be able to keep up, because once the I mean, the Skaven are kind of different to fight against, but they do have, you know, like a unit of swordsmen unbuffed isn't going to be able to keep up with Storm Vermin, right? They're going to be crushed. It's just to buy myself some more time. This game runs like total ass. I get 30 FPS. I'm looking. Yeah, it's very... The thing is, it's very CPU intensive, which isn't something you always see a lot of in games, actually. So why are we losing happiness? Chaos and just control. Okay. So we're losing control because we're losing control. Is it just because my army is outside? That might be it. Assign skill point on my hero, foe seeker, wound maker, make an absolute beast. Why I picked the Empire faction?
Cheese production.
I picked the
That might
Empire
be a
faction
problem for the happiness.
because I'm defending Altdorf against the Skaven who have dug tunnels all under us. The Empire is one of the more versatile one. It's not necessarily the best one. It depends on what you enjoy. It's a playstyle issue. Playstyle choice. Let's do Kindle Flame, 2 Burning Heads, because Burning Head is insane. Let's get... So I'm just gonna get... This is a fort, so I guess I can just get more trade from everything. Enter. But also, I follow a couple of Total War YouTubers, and there's been like a big thing recently with what are they called? Creative Assembly. And apparently, like, they're running on super old code. They haven't had time. Like, Sega is basically running them into the ground, or if it's the leadership at Creative Assembly, I don't know.
No,
but in terms of like just, you know, screw fixing your code, we're just going to go on to the next product, and then like everything gets progressively worse. Sorry, you were saying something, Birkarl?
Yeah. The thing that I heard was going on with that Sega was basically, you know, because what was their latest release? Total War Pharaoh?
Yeah, the Bronze Age thing.
Something like that. And then they had some other totally different game. And
They had a
Sega
weird
was
like
basically
battle royale thing.
telling them to get their shit together
Yeah.
because they were losing money.
Let's get the castle. Well, the thing is that they've been sort of like prioritizing quick products over doing basically fixing their code, like their engine, as far as I understand. And so they're just
Yeah, but
perpetually
that
getting
almost
deeper and
seems to be
deeper
like
into
an
a hole.
endemic- Yeah, that almost seems to be an endemic issue with, basically every game development company these days. Nobody updates their engines anymore.
Well, it's because the game companies. I think the game companies are kind of strange because they exist in software, but they haven't necessarily followed the progression and the rules of what you'd call modern software development. So they end up doing a lot of things which you only see in very niche industries, which is the whole like prioritizing delivery over sort of quality, right? Which makes more sense when you're delivering a game, or if you're from an industry where that is sort of king, like say traditional, heavy heavy duty industry. If you're delivering like a big piece of machinery, right? It's a one and done kind of thing.
Yeah.
But the problem is that game company these days are more like just software development houses. They have to maintain products for like years at a time, maybe and even an engine, and they haven't sort of had those lessons, I guess, yet. That the way to do it is basically, well, I mean, that's almost also partially why Path of Exile is one of my favorite video games, because Path of Exile has been running like a modern sort of like DevOps software company for like 10 years, and they're doing great, right?
Yeah.
So
But that's also, I mean, the problem is when you have a one thing, and especially when it's running like that, and they need updates. It's really easy to think that you have fixed a lot of things, but then it turns out when you go live with it, fixed some things, fucked other things.
yeah, but I mean, then it's a question of like, okay, are we gonna do the work required to set it right? And in Creative Assemblies and Total War's case, it's saying, nah, fuck it, let's go on to the next thing because we need to make money, right? But you can only do that for so long, because the way code works over time is that if you don't do that, you'll literally just sort of paint yourself into a corner.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really play that much from Total War anymore, but I do play a lot of War Thunder, and in the latest patch they had this really great thing. They fixed a couple of stuff, and then it turns out that this weird fucking bug I handled, because since you have modular destruction of the tanks, that means you can shoot out the barrel on an enemy tank. So in the new patch, it turned out that if you shoot out the barrel of a tank and then put a HE shell, a high explosive shell, it's mostly against infantry and open top vehicle like that, and you hit the base of the barrel where the barrel meets the turret, then the model treats that as a actual hole, that the destroyed barrel isn't there anymore, and it's now a hole into the turret. And since they have an overpressure mechanic for a shockwave, say if you have an open-topped tank, so the turret doesn't have a roof. If you shoot it with HE, of course you just paste the entire crew. So that happens. So if you actually blow out someone's barrel and then put a HE shell on, it doesn't matter if you can't, hurt it otherwise, because the armor is too thick. It just overpressures the entire tank and just wipes it.
Well, isn't that sounds more like a sort of happy accident feature, right?
Nah, it's fun. It's really entertaining when you can do it to others.
Yeah, it's not fun being on the receiving end of it. I get it. Yeah.
I mean, they comes something in like a small meme wagon that it's World War I tank. Oh, he shoots out my barrel. How cute! I'll just repair this and just run him over, just crush him. And then the motherfucker loads an HE shell and just go, poof, and that's your tiger, gone. Like, okay.
Yeah, fair enough.
Mildly frustrating.
Awaiting orders.
But I mean, is that the thing that happens in War Thunder, where you like, you can end up in a situation where you're in a Tiger and the other guy's in like a weird World War One tank? That sounds a bit imbalanced.
No. It's in that case it's done by choice. So because everything has a battle rating, but you can put in your lineup things that are lower battle rating than your highest one, because your highest one is the one who decides where you go with the matchmaker. So if you have like one that is say mid tier, then you end up in mid tier. But you can then have like entire starter lineups with just
Ah, okay.
fucking goblin wagons, because the World War One and the interim the interwar period tanks is just like weird, because no one had really a good grasp of how to use a tank or what a tank really was. So they just started putting weird shit on chassis. And the early ones were kind of fast because they didn't weigh that much, they didn't have that much armor. So yeah,
I see.
you can get in some really ahistorical moments, but it's fun. It's entire thing actually to use like derp guns, like big howitzers that are put on smaller tanks that are kind of useless. But even if you can clobber someone with 30 kilograms of TNT, well, might work out.
Now we're getting attacked here by some boys. Let me get some spearmen, maybe. Why do I have... Oh, because I have like Reichland specific spearmen. I don't think it does anything. So I want spearmen with shields. And then we need to keep fighting to keep our economy going.
I see no other option.
Because the beastmen are doing their thing. Someone was
Maybe we
saying
should get some cavalry as well.
Creative Assembly is a retirement home
cavalry.
for game devs, last I heard. Interesting. Well, I mean, that does happen where, your company just sort of keeps aging people up, and then no young people wants to work there, and the people who do work there are kind of like, well, this is the way I've always done it, so this is what we're gonna do, right? Even though the landscape has changed. That is a possibility. The competency crisis hits gaming. Let's see here. It's worse this year. Best year in gaming, in air quotes. What was the games this year? It was Starfield, which I haven't played, but I mean, you could see coming from a mile off, it would be shit. Because I mean, one of those games, like I talked about game studios that work like that. Bethesda is one of those game studios. You can just tell by the way they refuse to do any work on sort of like just dropping their engine, because I'm pretty sure you can go on LinkedIn and find people who have worked for that company for like 25 years, and it's quite a lot. And they're good at doing stuff in their specific engine, and to switch on a company that size is going to take years. So yeah, they're in for some rough years, I think. We'll see. What other games came out? Baldur's Gate, which I would say Larian is one of the studios who might have done this whole thing well. They seem to be, I mean, considering, I think the game when it came out was extremely buggy, but they've been building up to this for like 10 years, it seems, gearing their whole studio towards this, to the point where I think they have like a almost 24/7 work cycle across three offices all around the world. And the rate at which I've seen news about patches for that game come out is insane. So, I mean, the game was probably buggy at launch, but props to them for, like, not giving up, right? I think they're not a small studio, but I'd say they're punching above their weight, considering how small they are compared to something like Bethesda. And the fact that they seemingly have made a game that beats them wholeheartedly, that must suck if you're like Todd Howard. That must feel pretty bad. To have some random Eastern European guys just come out of nowhere and steal your thunder. Just because they saw the writing on the wall in that sense. Learn to code was just postponing the inevitable. Is that in reference to, yeah, someone said they're waiting for AI? Well, maybe, but I'm not sure if AI can make good games. It might be able to program them for you, but I'm not sure if they can make good games. That's the beast.
Considering that all the AIs are becoming like, you know, HR managers.
Yeah, that too. It's gonna make the most boring game ever.
Maybe the AI can focus on the game engine. It can just make that.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like if they can make the sort of like, but that's the problem though, is that what is a game engine except the tools that we use to make a specific series or a specific game, right?
Yeah.
At the end, that's just what it is, right?
Limit. Yeah,
like there's no
the...
I mean, of course, yeah, sure, there's like Unity and Real and stuff like that, but that's also why, you know, a lot of games are starting to look the same, because the processors are standardizing across the industry, which is killing creativity. Yeah.
The game engine
itself. Yeah, I mean, the AI after all. Yeah, sorry, Birkarl.
Yeah, I was just saying that the game engine itself, you know, it becomes a you can't use a saw in that many ways, even though there is different styles. It's a tool.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can use it in quite a few ways,
the
but
AI doesn't innovate. It doesn't make anything new. It just rehashes. Yeah. And as we could see now, that when they have started to you know, create the amount of data sets that are AI generated out there in the on the web, where, you know, most companies train their AI, the quality is just tanking, because they are starting to, you know, like train on, not on human generated stuff, but on AI generated stuff.
Oh no,
you know,
it's just like sort of like a death
nose
spiral.
diving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The AI cannibalization.
Yeah, complete, and you know, it apparently went really fast. So now they are like scrambling to try to make a way for the AI to disregard all AI generated content, because it's shit, and it's just like, you know, it's destroying the AIs.
Yeah,
Connor calling me out of siding with the landlords over my soldiers. Hey, I need the money, okay? There's a war on. Sorry, yeah, the AI sort of like self-deflating cycle, yeah. That's,
You only need to let the HIV into the blood bank once.
So now we have our first fight, actually, against the Skaven. That's something.
Oh boy.
Although it's not in our territory yet. This is sort of like the start of it. They're coming down from the... They've emerged from the tunnels beneath... where is this? I'm not quite sure what this is.
Time to make great war battle. Yes.
Yes.
It looks like they're in Brooklyn still.
Yes.
But they want Manhattan.
Let's just run this simulation for a bit. See how we can help. So I'm just having my outriders shooting at the rats, take care of them, as my infantry moves in over here. Cavalry is making short work of their rattling guns, please, before you get shot. Good job.
Yes, General! Outriders!
Are you shooting? Can you see stuff? Yeah, you have a nice line of sight. Come on.
Prepare for combat! For the Emperor!
You guys doing work, that's good.
What do you think?
Oh, you guys need some help here.
For
Okay,
hand
I'm
and
gonna
hammer!
do this, split like this, and send this guy in here. And we can shoot like this. Maybe like this.
All ranks fire!
Maybe like this is better. 'cause we don't get
Have you
too
tried throwing cheese as a distraction?
Formation! March!
I'm not sure. It would be like warpstone infused cheese. I think that's the.
Yeah, the cheese needs to be green and glowing
Yeah.
Ah,
and very hard.
These Empire Knights are doing some work.
get some warpstone tokens to throw at him.
In the name of the twin-tailed comet! Don't stop until they're all dead!
Moving escapism. Yeah, fair enough. Right.
Prepare the combat!
I don't have much,
Cause!
in air quotes, time for games anymore, sadly. When I was studying, I had all the time for games. I was just hanging out with friends, working, studying, and playing games. That was it. And then, you know, you get more and more obligations the older you get, the more bonds you form, so to speak. So, not that I
Yeah,
complain.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
yeah.
that, you know, oh no, I'm gonna, you know, I'd rather have a family than have an insane game collection. So,
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
although some hobbies are necessary, right? And in the modern day, like, what do you have? I mean, I talked with Nathan Hood on Dark Souls, right? And we talked about how, like, the one sort of common experience for young men is Dark Souls, right? And if you're lucky, like military service for like half a year or something, right? There's not much left.
No, the institutional ones here, more or less all gone.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's really the problem. I mean, it's like the people say, "Oh, but you know, you can just do it yourself." And it's like, yeah. How about your design? How about you build your own PayPal? So you can
Yeah,
use it?
exactly. Yeah.
I mean, it's really on that level. It's not easy to
It takes time.
do
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes time. It takes, above all, space. I mean, you can't
Yeah.
just. I mean, well, perhaps not designing, you know, another PayPal that doesn't take space, but you know, all the
No,
other
other
stuff
things. Yeah.
that it
And
really
even
takes.
then, you know, in theory, if you ever want to set up like a workspace, it's literally space. I mean, yes, you can do certain things digitally, but at some point you have to expand into meat space, as it were.
Yeah, and meat space is expensive, after all. So, especially if you have a job that means that you have to, you know, live in a town or something like that. I mean, then you pay, then it's, or you won't pay, rather, because it's financially, you know, it's not realistic.
Yeah.
It's just going to cost you too much.
I would love to start my own bank, though. Just walk up to people and say, hey, give me all your money, and I'll just hold it for you.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Yeah,
That would be great.
Yeah,
Then I can build a tunnel.
I am Prince and Emperor. As is my
Let's see,
right
can we
by
get
Sigmar's
some-
crown.
yeah, it's gonna be. I think after this summer, probably all my spare time is just gonna go poof.
Into battle.
Yeah.
Well,
With is it the
as long as the housing market doesn't crash, so I can actually sell my apartment.
Oh yeah, right. So how's
There's always the risk.
did
It's
you manage
always
to
a-
buy the land?
Nah, I gave him a bid, and he hasn't said no. He's mulling it over. So
Yeah.
I don't know, next week, something like that. So,
Yeah. Cool.
Well,
Yeah, no, I'm looking at, a year of just increased stuff as well. I can't really talk too much about it right now, but yeah. Spare time is going to go away. And that's the way it is. And I don't know. I don't have a problem with, I shouldn't have a problem saying like, or taking on more responsibility in life. I think that's just something that you do. But at the same time, I think there's something to be said for sort of like mourning the kid in you. You see what I'm saying?
yeah. Of course. I mean, the thing is that, but it's it's change. People don't like change. I don't like change.
No, but I mean that's how you grow as well, right? So
Yeah, I mean, in the end, you have to just realize that.
be a man, literally.
Yeah. You're gonna grow fucking old. I mean, can't fuck around doing all that kid stuff anymore.
That's true. Oh well.
I mean, how
how are we
horrible
gonna?
would that be if things didn't lose their luster and I wound up playing League of Legends forever? I mean, that would be horrible. It's good that it's boring now.
Yeah, fair enough. Problem is that now Total War is fun,
And
right?
that actually sounds like cruel and unusual punishment. League of Legends forever. Right? It wasn't good to begin with.
Or Call of Duty.
I
forever.
sent this you to League of Legends. That's a name. When was the last time? Never got that into that game. I had friends who were very into it.
Yeah, I was always very into the whole kind of standard normie video gaming, like Call of Duty and League of Legends, and climbing, try-harding the whole ladder. That was my thing. Luckily, it was.
Room for the voice over here.
They reworked Aatrox, and I was a one-trick in Diamond, so.
Oh,
It
they
was over.
changed your guy. I like the pirate
Yeah,
guy. That's the guy
They
I
changed my
played.
one-trick champion.
They
That
changed
I
him as
climbed
well.
To, like top 1% in the server with. So I literally just quit on the spot.
Rage quit.
Yeah, I literally played the game for like 3 or 4 years, very intensively. Top 1% on the server. They reworked one champion. And
There's something with
I'm
the.
just out.
Sorry, there's something wrong with the undead AI. I mean, the dogs just charged at me and died. Go on, kill them.
Oh, Charlemagne played League of Legends too.
I probably played more League of Legends than I can remember. Like, if I were to like look at the data, I probably wasted way too much
Oh,
time
he
on
played.
that
He
game.
played seasons 1 through 5. I think I played seasons 3 through 5.
I played the pirate guy, and then they changed the pirate guy, and I stopped
Gangplank,
playing a little
yeah.
after that. Yeah, because my go-to is usually pirate guys in video games. If I can be a pirate guy, that's the good shit. Which is why I
the
like the
problem is
vampire
that they're always
ghost.
tropical pirates. They need to be a frozen waste pirate, right?
Ah, yeah, that works
Yeah,
too.
but those were also not really pirates, not in that kind of stuff. Then again, I shouldn't say too much. I mean, I have like played over the years, like perhaps grand total of like 3 hours of the League of Legends. It wasn't really my thing.
Hey, Charlemagne was good at Urier. I think.
Oh
I think a
yeah,
lot of,
I liked him as
WoW,
well. That's the
War-
guy who just has like stances, right?
Yeah, it's the global cooldown thing.
Yeah, I
stances.
like them too.
I think a lot of WoW players, some friends of mine who mostly played WoW, when they came over to League of Legends, they just like to play
Oh,
Udyr
shit.
because of the
I'm
whole
in-
global
I'm in a pickle.
cooldown thing. So,
Just gonna have to go. Just gonna have to send it. Gonna have to push in on the hex rates.
Ah, yeah, I missed Charlie there. Yeah, Charlie, the land that I'm trying to buy, it's like a mountain ridge filled with pines, overlooking a large lake. So, defensible position. Strategically placed with
Oops.
with closeness to a golfing course. Not that I golf, but you know.
Make room for. So this is like a kill zone here. Could I just? Oh, I need to get the. I need to get these guys out. Franz can stay. That's okay. This guy's going hard on here.
Off grid? No, it won't be off grid. Not really. I mean, partially. I mean, I will drill for water, and I need to put down a sewage treatment and stuff like that. There is a power line and a fiber optic cable that goes through the gravel road because they put up what do you call it? A cell tower and stuff like that. Ways down the road a couple of years ago. So there's actually an electrical cable that I can hook up on.
5G towers. They're coming for you.
Yeah, there might be a 5G. I have no 5G. It's just a communications tower a couple of miles away. So.
Yeah, I think we.
But yeah, it's not like within a town or anything. So there's no water, there's no sewage or anything like that. So that I'll have to fix.
Jesus, this is a lot of undead. We hit him with one of these.
What the hell is that AI doing?
I don't know, but he really likes this area. He really wants to fight me over here. So now we've just created like a death blob.
You know, sometimes you need to, set up the whole hammer and anvil thing, but it's always easier when the enemy just runs.
Yeah, when he
straight.
just presents his ass to me, I guess.
Yeah, I like that he's like charging diagonally across your front.
Yeah, I like that. When he like suddenly decides that, nah, actually I want to attack these guys instead. The great source is gonna have a good time. Let's go, guys.
Now we saw you, or rather, now we saw that flank as well.
Come on, guys. Let's see here. Let's see if we can find some. Oh, this guy's got a horse too now. I didn't know that. Oh, it's Krell. I need to kill Krell. Then I need to go for Kemmler. If I get Kemmler, that's good. Oh shit, he's flanking with the boys here. These guys come around here. I'm attacking here. Maybe I can get this guy to go after Kemmler. If I'm lucky. Nope, need to get rid of Krell. Target here. Yes. These guys attack Krell, maybe that'll help. Send these guys over here. These guys over here. I have them in skirmish mode, that's why they're not listening to me. Let's see here. Too mumbly. Game is loud. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm just muttering to myself. Let me turn down the game. Let's see if this is better.
Much mumbling.
Yeah, this is an ASMR
Not enough
stream now.
boisterous Americanism.
Riot keeps adding champions. Way too many champions at this point. Well, isn't that what they make money off of?
Well, I think they mostly make money out of skins, but you know they do make money out of the champions as well. And they need champions for the skins.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Oops. I'm burning myself now. That's not good.
Although I think Riot makes the most money out of literally just skins
Probably.
for just few champions. Like
Yeah.
I think Ari and Lux.
Oh, it's
which
just
are, which are like the main generic female.
it's just the
characters.
women characters. Yeah.
And Ezreal, which is the pretty boy character. You know these three champions make up like over half of the skin revenue Riot gets.
What is this guy doing? Like, he's just running around. Look at it. He's just running in circles. Alright. About to run out of steam. Okay, France is now good. You guys go after Kemmler. Vigilance. Over here. Actually, go over here.
Moving faster! Prepare for combat! This is my command! Ivorina, listen! Send us out!
Okay, there we go. We got them. I should have probably focused Kemmler more, but we got them. Is King of the Castle ever returning? Yes. Probably, because that was a lot of fun. At some point, we're gonna have to do that again. King of the Castle was very fun. Oh, is Leo mumbly? Are you still low?
I don't know. I mean, I can't really hear it because since I have the
Well, maybe I can
the
turn you
stream
guys
on,
up. Hang on a moment. Let me look at my volume mixer here.
If you can just turn Leo up. I think often I'm pretty loud on these. I think I remember people complaining about that, so.
Yeah, but I'm at max, I think. Yeah, I'm at max volume here, but I can turn down the game a bit. Then I'll turn up these... Does that help? If I turn up the sound here, and I turn the game down here. Okay, so people let me know if this is alright.
Yeah, Charlie, since we are kind of like taking our discussion over on Element, I have the game muted, so I can't really hear the YouTube.
Of
Yeah,
course.
same. I have the YouTube muted, so I only hear you two. So.
Someone's saying turn Leo
Yeah,
down.
so,
I don't think...
now I'm too loud.
No, I don't think so. You sound fine to me. So I turned the game volume down. I've turned you guys a bit up. We'll see if this is good. Let's take the money. I should be able to just yoink Marienburg here. Without losing anyone? Yep. Very good. Are you serious? Like, are you trolling me? Someone's saying you're loud.
Charlemagne played only the launch champions.
Yeah, I understand it's not his volume, but the thing is, I have two controls. I can control their volume, or I can control the game volume. So the thing I have to do is, I have to reduce the game volume and increase their volume. That's the only thing I can do. Yes, yes, yes. Sigmar's Purifiers, Regiment of Renown. Okay, good. Got some sweet XP. Now, do you want to have a peace treaty? You pay me a lot of money. I think that's okay. You can keep the... Yeah, you can keep the Blackstone Post. Sure. Give me some money. Because I have other stuff to deal with. Rats. I have... Beastmen.
Praise be to Sigmar.
Let's see here.
I command here.
Berg doesn't really have anything yet. Fort, I don't need to develop that. I want to use this money on my capital. And I want to, what do I want to do? I want to port. That's a pretty good upgrade. I want this one, and I want a port. And I want this one. Okay, good. It's audio sensorytism. Oh. Yeah, volume levels are okay. Okay, good. We're good. No more complaining about audio. I'm starting to understand it though. When you hear other content creators, I've heard a lot, not just in this sphere, but people like when they live stream is like, stop complaining about audio. I don't know. It sounds fine to me. That's, that's how it feels.
I think everybody who complains about audio like that has to be some sort of, they just out themselves as listening to a lot of ASMR or something like that, where the audio is the whole point instead of what's being said.
I've never understood ASMR. I can get, like, some people like falling asleep to certain sounds, I suppose. But ASMR, I just, when I listen to something like that, it just annoys me when someone like taps on the microphone or whatever.
The only ASMR I've ever listened to was when a local radio channel, a local rock radio channel, did as a April Fool's thing. They did a metal ASMR where they just, clanged various different metals. This is metal. Clink, 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 clink. This is a different kind of metal. Clink, 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 clink. that was the whole April Fool's.
That's pretty funny.
Thing. So that's the only ASMR I've ever listened to.
I think there are beastmen hiding out somewhere here. So I'm gonna have to go to have a look, but not right now. Because I need... Well, first of all, this guy can't move, I think. Yeah, Carl Franz can move. Go. Is Flamestorm good? We want magical reserves anyway. We want earthing. That's good as well. Wait, it is really just Warhammer Total War? Well, I mean, you missed some of our discussion on the rat tunnels. And at some point, the Vermin tide is approaching, so... I'm not sure if there's much more to say about this. Like, it's extremely funny. Oh, there is the Beastman. Okay, whatever, dude.
Well, I for one, am completely open to the idea of turning Manhattan into this world's equivalent of what was the city here?
Skaven Blight.
Skaven Blight.
Kabzar. Kabzar was the original city that turned into Skaven Blight. So
yeah. Then again, isn't really New York really, Skaven Blight already?
I mean, pretty much.
More bankers, but I guess Skaven have banks with their Warpstone tokens anyway, and they have a Council of 13.
They have a Council of 13?
Yeah, it's their managing body. It's like
based Warhammer.
all the coolest guys, except for the 13th seat, because that is what do you call it? That's one belongs to their god, like the Great Horned Rat.
Right. So I'm gonna see if I can meme this siege battle. There's, I seem to remember, I'm not sure if this still is a thing, but if you basically just seed the walls and you make this into like a kill zone. Like this. And
You know, it's funny how most of the city is up there on the cliffs, completely safe.
yeah,
But the only part of the city that we devote our whole army to is
it's
right
like the
here
entrance.
on the flat on the flattest part of this
Yeah.
whole thing.
I must say, whoever designed this, I hope it isn't you, Walrus, because whoever designed this, the outer wall perimeter and the second,
Yeah, no,
ramparts.
I don't get to build it, if that's what you mean.
I know it's a fucking moron. I mean, this is not how you build a fortress.
Yeah, I mean, why is it the whole city up on those cliffs? Why build? I mean, I understand.
No, I mean,
having some
there are
outer
good
city
ideas
on.
for doing this, but you don't have a ramp like this. Behind the main gate and this large wall, you have like there are 3 walls missing here. The wall should extend so it's like a kill box that you can't go straight up the ramp. You must go sideways to the sideways, and then you have like wards. Each ward is then like a Mott and Bailey, so you have to take it ward by ward by ward. Here you can just get through and then run up the ramp and just
Yeah,
don't.
it's basically like
just
an
bypass
invitation
all
once
of
you're
the
in.
fucking fortifications.
Yeah, and why can't you have your archers up on both sides where they're coming up?
Yeah, on the outer wall. I mean, that's on the outer wall is where you want your archers.
Yeah, but on this map, not where we're looking down right now, in the middle, but on this when you look up on the sides of this big hill here, there's plenty of city on those sides as well. So where the enemy army can't reach you at all, why wouldn't you have your archers up there?
I don't know, they're nearsighted or something like that. It's too high.
You have to give them a
I know.
chance.
Oh shit, I forgot a unit. Let me see.
Oh, it's outside the map parameters.
It's out of bounds, man. It's out of bounds.
Oh no, he's casting spells. Yeah, whatever.
I mean,
How
this
do
is
these
weird.
things
You don't have
shoot?
any troops on
Just
on
look
your
at those
outer
cliffs
wall.
up there. Imagine having the archers up on those cliffs. Pew, pew.
The range
Or
on
at
this
least
is shit.
ballistas or...
Wait, seriously? That's
Look,
the range on
There's
this?
plenty of buildings over there on the cliffs.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. You have at the end of the map where you can't go on the other one. You have
Yeah.
2
There's a
huge
huge
walls.
fortress up there on the top right there.
Why isn't that filled with cannon?
Yeah, look at these gates. Why aren't there archers up there?
Wait, is this seriously the range of this? This is like nothing.
The whole defensive tower is inside the walls.
Well, I'm gonna have to pull back a bit then. And then just kind
Yeah,
of...
just,
so that I can defend sort of inside here. I'm just gonna create a blob. The idea is to just... because they're gonna come charging with their their big minotaurs, and that's gonna hurt. So I need to damage them as much as possible before that. Oh, there's the...
I mean, if the Minotaurs are gonna come charging up the ramp, you should put some cannons there.
I don't have cannons.
Why don't you have cannons?
Because, I don't know, they didn't... the garrison didn't think that was necessary, apparently.
I see, you only have light cannon, cavalry cannons.
Yeah, they're casting spells. We're gonna shoot them. No, hang on, it is shooting. Okay, whatever.
yeah, this is basically just an open battle with obstacles. Someone says in the chat.
Yes, open battle with obstacles, yes.
Wait, how did those guys get in?
They just climbed over the wall. You can get, like, siege... see here?
Yeah,
There's, like, siege
but
ladders.
yeah, sure, I see. But why don't you have troops on the outer wall?
No, because that's... the AI gets confused if I just stand here, right? because I'm vastly outnumbered, I'm basically inviting the AI in, so the AI is like, oh, nice, I like this ramp. And then they're going to run into my kill box.
Ah, okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
Oh yeah, the ramp is a better.
Yeah,
Better
for some reason the
defensive
AI
point.
is kind of like, oh yeah, I really love this ramp. That's a good victory point for me or something, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Ah,
And
I
the
see.
walls
It's
don't
been
stop anything.
programmed by
They
a
can have just
dumbass.
infinite butt ladders.
And so now I don't need really any reinforcements here.
Take the ground.
It's seriously funny in these total war games when there's just infinite butt ladders that all the troops have just all these
Stored up their
ladders up
ass,
their
yeah.
asses. Yeah.
Oh, they're actually hiding a bit. Oh, they're going around.
The Empire endures.
Oh no.
General.
I haven't actually bought Total Warhammer 3. I only have 2. I still don't see how this is different in any way from 2.
Well, now I'm playing, what's it called, like the Infinite Empire? It's not that, Immortal Empire or something, where you basically load in data from all the games, right? So playing the Empire is pretty much the same as playing the Empire last game. But if you play some of the new factions, to be fair, I don't know if Warhammer 3 was actually worth the price compared to 2 and 1.
Yeah.
What? Wait, did you guys pay for games?
Sometimes. I would never pirate games, Leo. Someone's capturing my thing. Oh no. Let's upgrade your cannon tower.
Spearmen. Missiles will fly. Pick them off. Ready for war.
So,
Oops.
where are all these minotaurs that I had heard so
They're
much
coming.
about?
They're coming now. I'm gonna give you a good look at the charge. Maybe. I mean, that's the thing with the blob. They're not really gonna be able to get through their own units barely. But they did a number on my spearmen.
Ah, there we have some things. Oh,
But because it is spearmen, they're weak to it, and I'm just peppering them with arrows. So they're going down quite fast. To send in these guys. Then we need to focus on Azrak.
Our steeds are restless. We obey. Sigma, preserve us. Moving out.
yeah, this isn't a very clever AI.
Nope. I'm not sure if I'm gonna win though still, because well, probably with this tactic, to be honest. See if I can use a cannon tower here. Oh, Khazrak is through. That's not good.
We await your orders. Withdraw. Missiles at the
They might
ready.
just overwhelm me with numbers here. Yeah, that might be what's happening.
We obey.
Like, they're taking heavy damage, but
Swordsman. Ready to fire.
come on.
Swordsman.
Here's to what the benefits are to defending a settlement, I suppose. Well, they added this whole, like, mechanic of you can build towers and stuff. And then they added it to, like, almost every tiny minor settlement, which made the game incredibly boring to play. And difficult to sort of, like, just take. Yeah, I'm gonna lose this one. But I did a lot of damage to him. And extremely difficult to take minor settlements. I don't mind when it's a fort like this. I mean, specifically this one is a bit of a meme because of that AI thing. But some of the others are quite entertaining to play. Yeah, this is going down. It's just a matter of time now. Wasn't sure if I'd make it, and I wouldn't. But I think I did more damage to them than if I just auto-resolved it. Yeah, they lost half their army. Cavalry is also very jank, yes. Yeah, I mean, I have fond memories of playing like medieval Total War and Rome Total War. And I haven't gone back to play them in recent years, but I seem to have memories of those games, despite, of course, like the graphics and all that being worse and the animations, etc. I felt like they were mechanically deeper, like there was more actual strategy going on in terms of like choke points and that stuff. And how you moved your troops and, you know, choosing to attack over a river, right? Stuff like that. I have fond memories. But maybe that's just rose tinted glasses, as it were.
Yeah, what was the best leftist take that I saw recently? The nostalgia is inherently fascist coded.
That's true.
How fares the Karazanko?
What do you want? They've ended their trade agreement. Why? That's true. I'm sure the AI wasn't as good, but I'm not sure if it's much better now, considering.
Yeah, but when you're 10 years old, you don't.
Yeah, you
notice.
don't care, right? Yeah, that's fair.
Protector of the weak.
Wondering, can I get Khosrock taken care of if I march this guy over here?
The Helden Hammer.
And then
I command here.
attack with this guy?
No peace.
Theory, but he's probably gonna run away. Yup. Is he gonna get far enough away?
Raise your weapons.
Well, apparently I'm gonna win, and I don't wanna... Do we want to fight the Beastmen? It's just annoying. In the interest of getting the Vermintide going, I'm just gonna auto-resolve this and keep moving.
Sigmarite Arch-Lector. I see no other option. Onwards! Here to serve.
Yes, yes, yes. I have a lot of cool, sort of like weird regiments now. Let me see here. We have Fast Swords Company, which is a free company militia version. We have the Wardens of Moor's Gardens. They're Knights of Moor missile infantry. They're armored and shielded. They're decent melee combatant, and they have frenzy. And they have magical attack. An armored vanguard deployment Missile infantry. Interesting. Very nice. Some of this is mods. Like I have some cool, I'm not sure if it's lore, but it's like weird stuff they made for tabletop in terms of like regiments of renown. Let's see here. What's this? No, we need some money. I already have money building here.
I think most of the stuff that they added to the RPG stuff is like taken from text blurbs and stuff like that in the old army books. So
Right.
they're mentioned, but they're not really fleshed out with units. So they did a lot of stuff like that with units of renown, like in the hobby magazine, the White Dwarf, I think it was. Where
Right.
you had like the studio converted and painted up different stuff like that. Like, and then I think in some they use like not really balanced rules, but like if you for friendly games, here are some basic rules to use these instead of stuff like that. So.
Do we want to get? I suppose we do. Is there anyone we can trade with? Anyone wants to trade with us? A lot of people want to trade with us. Let's trade with the Chinese. Nope, the Chinese is not giving us a lot of money.
Attention.
Stingy.
Yeah.
Forgive me for not recognizing General.
I think they would call it frugal.
You speak also to the Celestial Emperor.
Yeah, here's 101. Was that the best one?
Chinese are only frugal, but the Skaven.
91. What about Ostermark?
Sigma by Sigma's
91.
will come in peace.
Well, Birkarl, the Skaven has a very cutthroat economy
Wait,
style.
am I looking at... No, this is the one... Hang on. Am I being confused? This is what I'm getting, right? I'm getting 91, they're getting 257.
Is the Skaven flavor text for things like gold mine buildings still the same in this game?
Celestial General.
That's a good question. I don't know. Is there any way I can check that?
Welcome, my countrymen.
I don't know. Once the Skavens ransack your settlement, maybe.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's gonna happen probably because it's not looking good. The vampires are coming after me, and Skaven are coming after me. It's not looking good for the forces of order.
If I remember, it was something like Skaven have little need for this odd yellow stone that is nowhere near as good as warpstone or something like that.
Nice.
But other factions seem to value it, so the Skaven mine it nonetheless. And I could make a fiat money reference here or something. I don't know. Skaven care not for gold.
The eternal Skaven. Archers and crossbowmen seem to have more physical impact in older games. That's true. ASMR for men. Right. Whatever.
Now,
So we
yes,
go
to unite
here.
the provinces. Warrior of Sigma.
Probably not going to be able.
I will
Should
go.
colonize this again. Fucking. I don't have the money for it. Sucks.
Ready.
Let me merge some
The
guys.
Empire. Bring me to my men.
Let me get rid of these flagellants. I think that's good.
What orders? I
We'll have
live
him
to
trade
serve
some
the
of those
Emperor.
specialized troops
Who
next
calls?
turn. What else do we want? I think we're good, actually. Yeah, I think we're
The
good.
nation calls.
Alright, let's just give it another turn, build up some income. Let's see what we're dealing with. So we're at war with the vampire counts, I think.
Should thine words displease me,
No.
I shall
Were we at
eat
war
thine
with the
heart.
previous vampire counts? And he got eaten up by Vlad? Maybe that was it. But he's doing, he's not doing so hot.
Ever vigilant.
I mean, we're not doing so hot. The vampires are doing quite well. The other
Approach and make your
provinces are not doing well. And they don't want my help, so
approach as friend.
give me military access and trade with me. My guy.
Sigma's will.
Thank you. Protocols of the Elders of Skaven Light. Who are you? Orcs, get out of here.
I command here.
Need more money. I feel like I'm producing about as much money as I can. Alright. We'll go for another 15 minutes. I haven't seen any Skaven yet. I was sad. I thought the Skaven thing would happen sort of in my territory, but it seems to have happened like somewhere else, and they haven't reached me yet. Someone's stemming the tide, guys. Someone's cleaning the mattresses.
Oh yeah.
Someone's filling in the tunnels.
Oh
Local
no,
dry cleaner.
not the tunnels.
Let's see here. Maybe I can get a. I like the gold border. I like them. It'd be nice to have those guys on my side. So where are the rats? No rats. Hmm. Oh well. Let's recolonize Alhart.
Of Sigma.
Well, first let's trade some troops. Then we'll do it. I'll give you one more. I'll give you outriders and this. I'm gonna do this. I think this is good.
I don't know. The elves perhaps have something to do with it. I mean, there are both there are both regular elves and dark elves in this setting, so
That's true. But it's always the elves anyway. No matter
The
what.
Dark Elves.
Step to it.
Dark elves.
The Reichland Chuds just gotta.
Reichland
just
Chuds.
gotta let the Witch King.
It is over. Reichland has fallen. Yeah.
Ugh.
It's pretty good.
I for one welcome our Nagarothi overlords.
Nagarothi overlords. And wood elves, yeah.
Praise be to Sigma.
Yeah, I don't really know where the wood elves would go in Curtis Yarvin's analogy here. So, are those the Burning Man people? I mean, the apolitical ones.
Yeah, but they don't. Even the Burning Man people don't have this sort of like the wood elves in Warhammer have this protective, protection of their lands. The Burning Man people don't even have that.
Ah, I see. Yeah, and they're extremely militant. I know now, and they're isolationists, and no one else goes there. It's North Korea.
Greetings. All you survey are loyal.
Military access, sure. Can't you give me more?
Based you elves.
Oh boy, what's happening now? So I'm gonna stop the war. Screw you guys. Now's not the time for war.
What? Champion of the faith.
Let's colonize.
I will do anything for
Get rid
Sigma.
of some troops.
protector of the
I'm just gonna get rid of everything.
Oh no, we're a colonizer. What's HR gonna say about this?
It's in a video game, Mom. It's not real.
My orders are to
Let's
move.
see.
Is it time?
I'm a bit heavy on the mortars, but I can swap that out for a Hellblaster. I can probably get rid of an Outrider at some point when I get better Reichsguard. Maybe I can get one of the weird Regiments of Renown instead. But we'll burn that bridge when we get to it. It's BB and the IDF, apparently, as the Wood Elves. Highly protective of their homeland related to elves. Could work.
I am France.
Commandments. Here we go. Income.
Yeah, but it doesn't work. The analogy halts. I mean, the Wood Elves doesn't use, they don't use money. They don't trade.
That's true, they don't. The Wood Elves just
No,
kind
they're
of hang out.
completely
in the trees.
isolated.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, so they are like the North Korea of of the old world.
Northern Sentinel Islanders. Or pygmies.
Who funds the Wood Elves' war effort then? I feel
the
like
forest
this. I
itself.
feel like this analogy is getting away from us.
Yeah.
Oh, the Vermintide. We did it, guys.
We
It
did
begins. It was foolish to be worried about any Skaven gatherings. Other than a few scattered scouts, little has changed on the surface. And yet, claw marks where they shouldn't be, scurrying sounds in the night, the ominous glow of warp stone from the distant caves and underway entrances. Something is afoot. That's the funniest part to me, is that clip of the guy climbing out of the tunnel and literally scurrying away.
Yeah, it just bolts away across the.
No, he doesn't
street.
bolt, and he doesn't do that like... He's not like walking away briskly, he literally scurries. That's the only word that,
Yeah.
that fits.
Yeah,
I really think that sort of scurrying movement is only possible when someone who clearly hasn't taken a running step in a decade tries to run.
Yeah, because he's been hunched back in the tunnels.
Yes, he's been hunched back and at most walking for like the past 15 years. He hasn't taken a running step.
And he obviously doesn't really know where he's going, so it's kind of zigzagging.
Yeah, exactly. He's just trying to get away from the danger. Desperately.
In the name of Magnus.
Yeah, which is the guy with the camera. Well,
Yes.
and on the other end, of course, the NYPD. Because there are ferrets in the tunnels now, boys. Scamper.
The fox sounds,
It really does make the whole
Buy
situation
the
funny
comet,
when the
get the
NYPD
cement
is
mixer. Sorry,
almost
what?
completely Italian or something.
Yeah. Just an average day in Altdorf.
Prince and Emperor. Yes.
Alright, Officer Corps.
Bring me to my men.
Yeah, what was that meme where they had put on the police guy when they had? I posted it in the lore, I think. Where they had like photoshopped a legionary helmet and a cuirass on him, and just go like, "No secret tunnels in the Empire. If I get any more lip out of you, I'm calling Paulie, and he's bringing the cross. Capiche?"
I'm getting
Adrian says, Emperor Adrian says the area is about to be cleared out.
It's cleared out tonight.
Why the baby chair? Yeah, why the baby chair? Well, it'll be interesting to
Ooh,
see if
careful
anything
now.
comes of it. There's a lot of whys and very little explanation being given. And then it's it's kind of just gotten silent right now. want the Vermintide. Dang it. We might have to do another stream at some point. We'll see. But I'd like to return to King in the Castle. That was very fun. We proved last time we played. I mean, they have rebalanced the game, but we proved last time we played that Blairism works. Having like some shadow lord decide everything, while I just was a puppet on the throne, really worked. The realm was never more stable.
Well, it's always good, to have a Tony Blair up your in your curtain, as it were.
In your curtains. Hang on a moment. Yes. The supposed entrance in the Central Park from 4chan was weird as well. I'm not sure what that is. Is there another entrance?
No, yeah, it was like a 4chan post about a guy who used to be homeless.
Oh, and he knew?
And they had seen like some.
He's vindicated?
Under some kind of little bridge thing there where they had a secret entrance and stuff like that, and he had a friend who like went down there, and he was like, I'm not going close to that, and well,
he never came back. Yeah. Oh, let's see if we can catch Wolfric unawares. Yep. Let's do this battle, and then I have to call it a night. Unfortunately, no Skaven stuff. Was a bit sad.
I mean, there was that one battle, but that wasn't the Vermintide yet.
Yeah, but it was just like a preamble. It wasn't the real Vermintide. It started now.
Yeah, but then again, the thing is that
they're hiding. I've been distracted with like the undead and beastmen. All this. That's probably their game, right? They distract me with beastmen and the undead. Right? They distract me with the beastmen and the undead. Meanwhile, they're scheming. That's the Skaven way.
Yeah. And now they have sent like, fucking Chaos Army your way.
It's actually Norska, but yeah.
Yeah, okay. It's Norscan pirates.
Can I meme them with this hilltop? Yes, I can.
But then again, the thing with the cities and tunnels meme, most people kind of doesn't really think about that. But if you take any decent sized city, it's gonna have a shitload of access tunnels, service tunnels, especially if there's a subway system. But people don't really think about how extensive those networks are and how much of it is just defunct, hasn't been used for.
And I'd assume somewhere like New York must have like almost layers of them at this point.
Yeah, and London as well, because both are on floodplains, so it's easy to dig.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bit different here, like in Oslo and Stockholm. I mean, we have some extensive shit going down on the ground here, but since it's all bedrock, it's not abandoned in the same extent.
No, it's not possible to sort of just build upon it in the same way, right?
No, and it's also, I mean, egress to old things like that in, say, cities like, say, for example, London or New York or stuff like that, You just need, where to go, a shovel, and like a hammer, because if you go into the stuff that is done up until like the older stuff, that's usually brickwork.
Right.
It's not reinforced concrete. So, and since it's on soft ground, it's kind of easy to gain access if you really wanted to. But if it's on bedrock, then it's going to be on reinforced concretes at the doors and stuff like that. And that's the only way to get in.
That just fucks the AI.
The people know about that, it's municipality, service workers, stuff like that. People who work with.
Yeah, if you work with it, right?
Engineering infrastructure and stuff like that. And I can say it's a lot of stuff. Even on small cities that doesn't have a subway, Usually
Yeah,
have quite
I've
extensive.
I've actually seen a lot of. I think there's some YouTube channels
With
called
people
like
going in
something
there.
like decaying Midwest or something like that. There are entire YouTube channels that post only shorts that literally just go into abandoned shopping malls in somewhere in the Midwest of the
Right.
U.S. and then they break in. They're abandoned, so there's some random doors into the maintenance hallways, and they go into some tunnels, and there's just a complete abandoned tunnel network under random Midwest cities that connect the mall to like
I missed.
various places around town.
Hmm.
And it's framed in this zoomer eerie liminal
That's the liminal
space.
space meme.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But you know
All right, now they're moving.
Oh wow, it's 10 already.
Yep.
Uh,
I have to get going.
yeah, I
in a moment.
gotta pop out. So
Yeah, I'm
good
leaving
luck
after
with the
this
battle,
battle,
and
so
see ya, guys.
see you around.
good night.
Yeah, see ya. Bye.
Let's see if we do some damage. Oh, let's get the mammoths before they. Oh wow, he's really just beeline straight for my cannons. That's
Kindle flame! The Empire endures! Our steeds are restless!
The most chaotic battle yet.
yeah, in a sense, because the AI sort of acted in a way I wouldn't expect.
Yeah, but not the closest. Should
No.
be pretty clean.
No, it's not a close battle at all. It was just very chaotic. You gonna come back? You're gonna come back, aren't you?
There's been a huge uptick in because of the whole permafrost thing going melting in Siberia.
Yeah.
There's been a huge uptick in found mammoth tusks,
Oh,
because I think there's something with the tusk being a part of bone that's not as it doesn't dissolve or something as
interesting.
easily. So there's a lot of mammoth tusks that are being found in like the Sakha Republic,
Yeah, yeah.
Siberia,
Interesting.
in the past few years.
I just want to. Yeah, there we go. That's the victory. Jesus, that's about town. Just clean up. It's probably going to do it on its own. Okay, good. All right, boys. Well, as I said at the start of this, it's not. There's not going to be any longhouse this week, so this was just a little bonus treat. Hanging out, playing Warhammer, trying to talk about what's going on with the Jewish tunnels.
I mean, is
There's
there
not-
really
there-
much to talk about?
No, that's the problem with it, right? It's just
Wild
there's not
speculation.
much to talk about. There's just speculation, and it's just extremely funny, and you can't help but just laugh at how sort of bizarre the world is, and we're just 1 week into the year. So hang in there, guys, and we'll see what the next weeks bring. Thank you, Birkarl, for hanging out, and we'll see you next week for a proper Longhouse stream. All right, have a good night.
Good night.